Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? What's going on? There's a little bit of a change up over here, a little bit of a chain ski that we got going on. You're seeing us both instead of a podcast. That's right, coming to you live from, wherever the hell.
Hello.
I also love how we're like such yin and yang right now because you're wearing all the dark colors and I'm just like here with my neutral colors.
Hold on. May I help you, sir?
Wife is washing sky stuff.
Yeah, what are you doing? Go over there. Y'all gonna have to pause for me. Y'all know how this is. Give me a second.
So it's just gonna be a chair stream. I hope you guys are doing well today. Oh my goodness gracious. It has been a chaotic morning. Right now we're going to be talking about all things Vampire Masquerade. It's going to be really, really fun. There's going to be a section where we're going to open it up to questions. There's going to be just a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. I have double screens over here, so if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at the, the comments I'll be coming in. So let's move my faces this way. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well today, this morning, wherever you are in the world. Yeah, this is going to be the one stream a week, but I'm probably going to have to wait for Chastity to come back because I want to be able to discuss all the ins and outs with her here.
Okay, so sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Let me adjust this too. Yo, kids, sometimes they be wildin'. All right.
So
okay.
we're out
now,
here
hold on.
with...
Can you...
Oh, go ahead.
Can you... Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that they can hear you on my end. Can you hear Ariel now? Ariel, say something.
Something. Say something, I'll give you...
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Let's do this.
Hello, chat. Go ahead, Ariel.
So, one thing I want to let my audience know, at least, is that this is going to be the one live stream a week. It's not going to be on Sundays. We had to kind of like fudge things around a little bit because yesterday was just crazy. But every Saturday in the morning, preferably, we are going to be doing a live stream. And it's going to be ranging in topics. We're going to be talking about, like, really anything, to be quite honest. Hey, saw the notification on Silver's Discord. Hey, Vorin, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be talking, actually, it's going to be a two-parter stream. Everything about Vampire the Masquerade. So, I'm very excited. That poll won by a landslide.
Yes, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, we got video games in there. We got Dark Souls shit going on in there. They're surely going to pick that. Instead, everybody picked Vampire. And so I was like, oh, shit. Now I got to...
I love
now
it.
I'm going to have to provide the information.
See, I love this because there's two reasons why this is so amazing. Is that because Chastity over here is very, like, she's much coming into, like, the expert zone of TTRPGs. This is her shit.
There's still so much
This
to know.
this is her shit right here. Okay, this is her shit right here.
It is my shit, though. That I will admit to. It is my shit.
Because whenever I got into it, I first got into the game. I didn't really get into, like, the TTRPG. Like, I liked them. I knew they were around, but I didn't know how big of a deal it was. Now I'm just seeing them left and right. It's just because I'm noticing them. Hi, Peter. Welcome to the stream, dude. How are you? Welcome.
Yes, Peter came by and said hello to me, too. I'm wondering, is Peter, like, watching mine on a phone and, like, yours on a laptop or something? You know what I mean? So you can support.
Giving that watch time and support everywhere because Peter is a boss, okay?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
okay,
man.
So...
Where do we want to start, though? There's so much
Yes, so let's start with the video game, since that's what you're most familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only seen, like, gameplay for...
So, one thing I do actually want to address before we do get into the game is that
Yes,
on my
tabs.
on my end at least, I don't know, I'd have to try it because I was playing the game the first time with the old computer that I had, so I don't know if I could necessarily finish the game this time around because there was a bug that went in, and anytime you would go past a certain hallway or section in the nightclub, it would clip and you would get cut on the wall, like the character's elbow just get like stuck and you couldn't move, so you couldn't move past that section at all. And what I'm curious about is, since the setup is different, if the game will work. And I might do that as a live stream and try to finish the game because I really want to see the rest of it. But
yes, you should.
Yeah, it's just such a wonderful story. I mean, the thing is that, I would say wholesome. Someone would call it that. But it's
no,
good. It's good.
I wouldn't say it's wholesome at all, actually. It's the world of darkness. I would not say that it's wholesome.
I'm trying to support both streams. I thank you so much, Peter. I really appreciate that, John.
You are doing wonderful work, Peter. Thank you so much.
You're doing the universe's work right now. Okay, I really appreciate it.
So, when it comes to bloodlines, it depends. The story kind of shifts a little bit depending on what kind of vampire you play. Like if you play a Malkavian, or if you play Nosferatu, or whichever clan, the endings tend to shift a little bit.
Right, exactly.
So, I would love to see you play, especially because it's like graphics wise, it could use an update.
There's actually a patch that they came out with, and it helps it quite a bit. It boosts it. When I was playing it at first, you know how they have, like, if you see playthroughs of it, you see, like, they have, like, the section there where you have, like, what your things are that you have. I couldn't make out what the frick it was. Like, what was that? A fist? Was that a knife? Was that so? I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
so when you're going
it's old school graphics.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can appreciate it because it's from the early 2000s. Like, it's supposed to be that way. It's kitschy. But one thing I really love about it is that from a developmental standpoint, the coding on it is just something of where you can break through walls if you do it right with the mouse. You can do
the speedrunner shit. That's speedrunner shit, Ariel.
Yep.
Jumping out the map.
I actually accidentally jumped out the map through a tubing system in a tunnel area. I should
that's amazing.
Like, whenever I was in there were like these things chasing me, and I must have clicked something the wrong way, and I just jumped out and I was walking outside the map. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Great.
Love that. Yeah. No, actually, I wonder if people have done speedruns of Bloodlines. Probably.
I wonder too.
I feel like they have.
I feel it needs a really big update before that. I feel like people can do it.
Yeah. Well, disgusting speedrunners. Yeah, babe.
Hey, speedrunners are the bread and butter of this community.
Yes, they are. Appreciate speedrunners.
You know what I love about speedrunners, though, is that, like, they can literally take a game apart. Literally, they play it through from beginning to end, know the lore, know everything, and then they go in, they know that shit inside and out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, in a way, you have to, not just so that you can figure out all the kind of ways to go faster, right?
Yeah.
But you have to go through the story first. Like, you have to go through the actual game and play it in order to know which parts you can skip over and which parts, like, you have to do. That, like, no mechanic is going to allow you to skip past.
Yeah.
But the only way to know that is if you play the game. So, speedrunners, I feel like, in some ways, are the bane of game developers' existence. But also, I think speedrunners really help game developers to figure out how to, make their games more challenging, how to make them, not as breakable.
Yeah. No, there was actually, you reminded me of a speedrun that was done of, I think it was Rise of the Tomb Raider, and the guy, like, literally, like, the developer was watching as this poor soul managed to, like, cross, like, there's a section we have to swing from, like, multiple platforms. The guy just literally walked right through it, and the developer was like, I spent so long coding that.
Yes, they're always like, I spent a year on that.
And some fucker just, like, walks right through it. I'm just like, oh no, that hurts.
Yes. So, getting back to Vampire the video game, just as a update to anyone who is interested, there is a Bloodlines 2 going to come out. Currently, though, Bloodlines 2 is, I think, on a bit of a delay, and it's mostly due to quarantine and that whole thing, and just trying to get things fixed in time for the actual game. However, there is Vampire Blood Hunt that is currently existing right now, which is essentially World of Darkness's. It's their Fortnite. It's a battle royale.
It's very good. It's very, very good. I think you would enjoy it, but the one thing I do want to point out with that game, it is, I believe, an early beta. It's not, like, the full thing released yet. So anybody who's playing it is for free on Steam right now, in case you guys want to get it. So.
Yeah, and like, so the cool thing about it is there's things in there that are very, very much canon, and we'll get into it more as we go into lore and all that stuff. But if anybody, I know my viewers, they watch LA by Night with me, and in LA by Night they mention a red mist, and this red mist is, in a way, it's like poisonous to vampires. It's essentially like an acid mist, and it burns their skin and whatever else. But that's in Blood Hunt. It is, the way that Fortnite has a storm that sort of encloses on you. The mist is what encloses on you in Blood Hunt. So yeah.
It's really interesting because
that's
it's
what's
like
going on.
I feel like there's a battle royale for everything nowadays, but never did I imagine I would like the one for Vampire the Masquerade. Because I thought they're gonna like reuse the same things over and over. They actually use like you said, they're using canon material that's actually from the story and from the game, which I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing
even in Bloodlines is canon stuff too. So
exactly. Like I cannot wait to see how the new game, like how everything comes across to the audience. Not only with the updated graphics, but how I feel. And this is gonna be my kind of guess for what they're gonna do with the game, is that they're going to make you, at first, kind of like in Dark Souls, pick your character's bloodline. Pick your character, like what you are basically in the world. Are you Malkavian? Are you a Truyador? Like what kind of vampire are you? Or if you're Nosferatu.
And the story shifts. Yeah. The story will shift too, depending on which clan you pick. And I think that's because every clan views the world that they live in differently. The perspective shifts, and so the story itself and what is important to your particular choice and kindred
exactly
shifts. So that'll be a big thing. But I'm excited as well.
I do have to ask though, who is the clan that you pick? Because mine is like a combination of Nosferatu and the Truyador.
Oh God! See, that's so tough for me. I love the Nosferatu so much, but I actually think that I'd probably pick Simitsi or La Sombra, and we can get into what those clans are and what they do. But I'd probably pick one of those.
So, for those of you who do not know about the clans and everything, each clan represents a piece of history in the Vampire Masquerade world and lore. Each clan, excuse me, was born from Cain. And not a lot of people know this, but whenever you talk about Cain, you think, oh, Cain and Abel. You technically would be right, but in this story they made it of where like Cain is the father of the vampires, and he is forever doomed. So just keep that in mind.
So for those who are interested in knowing, I mean, I could talk about this shit all day, but Cain, basically his curse that he gets. So in the biblical mythos, right? Cain kills his brother, God curses him, and that's Cain. He's cursed. And that's all that the Bible says. So World of Darkness takes that and says, okay, his curse is vampirism. He has, immortality and is blood hungry, always. So he is the what's called progenitor of the vampires. Now, generally speaking, there are I believe it's 13 main clans. However, there have been other clans that have existed, but they've been what's called diablerized by other clans, meaning eaten. And so their clan kind of goes away. But an interesting thing is, like, none of the clans ever really go away. They kind of just become better at hiding themselves.
Like the Nosferatu.
Yes, well, the Nosferatu, they number in the like there's tons of Nosferatu, but they're very good at hiding themselves. But a good example is like the Salubri, which are, what's the way to say it? They're very much like soul magic. Think of it that way. They're vampires that have soul capabilities. They have a literal third eye. Yeah, dude, it gets cool. It gets so cool. Yeah. But they were diablerized. God, what is the word? I think it's Methuselah. But basically, their like head guy was diablerized, and it sort of, you know, made the clan go into hiding in a way. And so their numbers are very little, yet they do exist. There's the Ravnos, which are canonically they were essentially the Romani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so they're sort of like a traveling clan, but their numbers are very few as well. And so you'll have that. You'll have like these random kind of smaller clans that exist,
Right.
that aren't a part of the 13 main clans that like everybody knows of.
Yeah, and that's the thing of where, like, when you get into
so
the
yeah.
lore and get into Vampire the Masquerade of what it actually is, there's... do not feel like you have to look at everything in one day, because there is a lot. There is...
Nope.
There is a lot. When I first got into the game, I do want to point this out, that Nosferatu, the storyline of that, was what pulled me in to the storyline of it, because when they were doing the game, there was so much that was just, from a developmental standpoint, you see just everything that's wrong with it, but from a storyline standpoint, it's rich and abundant in not only history from the Bible, but history from the way that they do the lore of Lilith, of just everything in general. So whenever you think, oh, Nosferatu, is it like, the creepy guy who's just like, I'm gonna just drink all your blood? Yes, but also they are a classy, but listen, ma'am, you know it's true. Okay.
It is. It just makes me funny the way you said that.
I was like,
Hi, I'm a creepy monster in the corner. I'm gonna drink your blood. Yes.
But they also are a very classy bunch as well, because they know what they want. They've been around long enough that they're just like, okay, nothing can fool us anymore. And that's why Vampire the Masquerade, for me at least, is a must play, because they incorporated the lore of Nosferatu very well and very immersively. Even the characters' dialogue and everything, please, it's just so good.
Yes, we can get into all of that. So where do I begin?
There's no set place of where to begin. We can actually open up to questions if people so far at this point have any questions about the mythology. That way, if we want to take it from one of their questions, we can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if anyone has questions, feel free to ask, and we'll go from there. Damn, there's a lot of information to give. Okay, so just like a language thing, right? Vocabulary of vampire. So vampires aren't necessarily called vampires in the world of darkness. They are called kindred. Human are called kine. The kine that are essentially slaves to the kindred are called ghouls.
Yeah.
There are hunters. Guys, we're talking about Vampire the Masquerade today, but get into the world of darkness, because there's everything. There's wraiths, there's mages, there's changelings, which are the fae. There's werewolves. Did I say werewolves?
No. There's a lot of things, and the thing is that you guys think that The Witcher is expansive. This tops it.
World of Darkness is everything. So, and then there's, what else is there? There's demons. There's
there's a lot.
There's literally everything in the world of darkness. So and they all tie in. So.
Hey Pepsi, welcome to the stream. How are you, dude? Yeah. Okay, hi. Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. If I say the word kindred, it means vampire. If I say kine, it means human. Ghoul is in reference to the kine who are slaves to kindred. Also, I think it's fair to say, trigger warning, I don't necessarily think we're going to get into the kind of super dark stuff of vampire, but just be aware that it is about vampires, and it is about a sort of facet of the world that is incredibly dark. And so it can get a little weird, it can get a little spooky, scary.
Also a psychological
gross and
trigger
dark.
on my end for my people as well. There are a lot of psychological themes, a lot of psychological triggers about, you know, death, becoming immortal, questioning your humanity, immortality, all that kind of stuff. So just be aware, you know, if you guys like those kinds of things, great. If you guys feel triggered by those kinds of things, you can always watch another streamer, watch another topic, you know? The famous...
Yep.
The famous thesis. Oh, the thesis I did. That's going to be coming actually next Saturday, of where we're going to go more into like the realistic standpoint of vampires and the lore behind where the history lies. So this is going to be a two-parter of where we're talking about Vampire the Masquerade, and then we're going to link it back to like real-world vampires in next Saturday's stream. So.
Yes. Now, to clarify, right, when we say real-world vampires, we mean the
history.
Our world, not in game world, but in our world, the lore of the mythos of vampires.
Exactly.
So, you know, just so everybody knows.
Listen, there are vampire bars in Brooklyn, but you don't just want to stumble into them and say, "Hey, real world vampires, how are you be?" I want to do that.
So that'll be next Saturday. We'll be talking about our real life. The mythos of vampires. That'll be fun.
Are you out here being real life, Chastity?
I'm out here being real life. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Also, another vocabulary word, which actually is and it is a part of very much the lore of Vampire, is why is this game called Vampire the Masquerade? So the Masquerade is a it's a front. It is a front that was created by the, you could say, kind of the elders of vampire society to shield them from humans, because there was a time when vampires or kindred weren't hidden, where they turned people freely, people knew what they were. You know, it was very much like, we're vampires, right?
Yeah, exactly.
However, so vampires, kindred in this world are selfish, they are power hungry, and they are viciously petty. And so, very much like humans, they're when they were out and about and obvious. Hello, Instant Butter, welcome to the chat. So, right, it's a great name. I'm great. We're out here talking about Vampire right now. The game Vampire the Masquerade. So the Masquerade started because in their bit to sort of conquer, Kindred decided to start using the church and humans as cannon fodder, as ways to get back at each other. And the church wasn't having it, and so they fought back, and that's where the hunters or the Inquisition comes from. And in the modern times of Vampire the Masquerade, it's called the Second Inquisition. But back then, in the First Inquisition, the kindred were like, okay, we got to find a way to survive so these humans can stop hunting us. And so they created the Masquerade, and it's essentially the way that vampires can still exist, but nobody knows that they exist.
Exactly.
Right. So they created the Masquerade in order to hide that, and that is the number one rule. Whether you are Camarilla, which is like, think very much the government of Vampire the Masquerade. The Camarilla are the Ivory Tower. They are institution, they are government. And then there's anarchs who are not that, right? As their name gives away. But even the anarchs abide by the Masquerade, and it is to avoid getting killed by the Inquisition, or the Second Inquisition.
Funny thing though, I just had to point out, in the game, whenever you're going through this, you have 3 chances to not break the, like, you basically 3 strikes and you're out. If you break it after that, then you're killed, but not really, because the game is just still a game and it wants you to still play it. But I'm not gonna say that I broke Masquerade 3 times, because that would be ridiculous. Right?
Oh, that would be so ridiculous. Why would you ever?
That'd be great. No, but like what they do is like this.
Thank you for the follow, babe. Say.
Yay, new follow. Hype train for
Thanks
Chastity.
For the follow. Thanks for the follow.
But I love the little make that into your niche thing. Make that into your business IQ. Thanks for the follow. So
Yes, my little thanks for following dance. So actually let's talk about that, especially because there's the game Blood Hunt. Now, Blood Hunts, they are called by the Camarilla, right? But it is essentially when the Camarilla puts out have y'all seen John Wick?
yeah,
You know, in the
it's an awful
I believe
movie.
it's the third one. You know, I think it's the third one that they call they like say, hey, no, it's the second one. So anyway, basically the Camarilla pull a John Wick, and what they do is they put out a notice that whatever kindred it is that's broken the rules, or offended them, quite frankly, but whichever vamp has broken the rules, it's a free for all. You see them, you kill them.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and almost all vampires will answer the call. Now, whether it's because they just want to kill this particular person, or because they want to gain favor with the Camarilla, every vampire gets involved. Every kindred. So, that's sort of the premise, I believe, for the game too. Is, you know, a blood hunt's been called. Now it's a free for all. Now, like, you kill this person and you get favor with the Camarilla. So
Wait, hold on, we just got a comment. Hipster never gave me a follow dance. Hold on, surprise. Okay, here's your follow dance.
yes.
Boing, boing, da 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 da,
You
and
get a
swing.
song too.
You know what?
Love it.
It comes with the package, right?
Perfect.
You know, when I go on a first
okay,
date with someone, they're going to expect me. Oh, I'm just gonna come in, song and dance. Hey, what's going on? Nice to meet you. Da, da, da.
Boing, yes, the boing is what got me. Okay, so let's see what other big. Oh, another sect that y'all should know about, because they're rather large, is the Sabbat. Now, the Sabbat are essentially the group. So you have Camarilla, Anarch, and Sabbat. Sabbat is like, fuck the Masquerade.
Yeah.
They want no part of it. They're like, fuck the Masquerade, fuck kind. Like, we are vampires. Let's rule everything. Like, think very much, think Lestat from Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles, where very much someone who's like, why do we need to follow these rules? Why do we need to stay hidden away from, from humans? So yeah, Sabbat is very much that, and they're a little bit of a cult, a little bit of culty vibes that come from the Sabbat. So yeah, so you have Camarilla, government, Anarch, who are like, fuck the government. They both agree, however, to obtain the or maintain the Masquerade, and then there's the Sabbat, who are like, fuck all that noise.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that you guys have to keep too in mind is where you have all of these changes. It's much like humanity, where you have a lot of the different sects, and a lot of, even there's a government. There's even like a religion? Correct me if I'm wrong. If you have that.
Oh, there's many.
There's many. There's a lot. There's so much that you could go into, because they made this kind of like, back in the day when Lord of the Rings, for example, was really just at the height of popularity back in the 70s, there was so much lore around that, and there still is. Think of that times 10 with Vampire the Masquerade, because you have the game. The games are only like maybe like 1% of everything that is in
the
there,
video games, we should clarify.
Yeah, because like the thing is that mainly back in the 90s, it was first a tabletop RPG, and then it evolved in the early 2000s into what is a video game, and now a battle royale with Blood Hunt. So you have so much that is going on with a lot of the story, a lot of the concepts, but when you put like 2 and 2 together, it really like starts with the lore first, because that's where the basis of it was as a tabletop RPG.
Yeah.
Little?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, who's Little? What? Babsy, clarify yourself. Who's Little?
Yes. What's Little? Who's Little?
Little. I'm not little.
What's Little?
I'm huge. Wink.
Pero, okay, so, if y'all have questions about Vampire, this is the time to ask. That way we can have a direction to pull in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys
I've
can
given
ask
you-
questions about anything that has to do with the game. Keep it PG, per usual.
Yeah.
I always have to remind somebody of that in chat because somebody is gonna have a smart aleck answer and be like, "Vampires, you say? Well."
Yikes. Well, I mean, that is in Vampire the Masquerade. So here's the interesting thing. In Vampire the Masquerade, right? Kindred can't have. They're dead. Like, let's make that very clear. They're undead. So their bodies are that way too. They can't like actually have sex, unless they use Blush of Life, which allows them to essentially they like rouse the blood and can make themselves look like a human. Ooh, I've gone blurry. Let's see. Let's see if we fix. Oh, we fixed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, they use Blush of Life, and it makes them, appear human, ruddy cheeks, all that shit. And then they can have sex. They can fake it. They are dead. Like they can't actually have sex. You know what I'm
no
saying?
vampire boners tonight. Damn.
Yeah, so y'all can want it all you want, but it's just not feasible. They can't do that.
Oh, Babsy clarified. He said they're a little bit of a cult. Spitz drink little.
Well, you know what?
Love it. I love that.
They're a cult. It's fair to say
They
they're
are.
a cult.
They are a cult.
Absolutely, the Sabbat are a cult.
A lot of people would consider the Nosferatu even a cult because of how close knit they are, but they're just an underground society that really just wants to keep away from everybody but knows everything.
Oh yeah, they're. I mean, if you want to know what the Nosferatu do, they are information brokers. They're always neutral. Like whenever there's a war between, because there's almost always a war between the Camarilla and the Anarchs.
Yeah.
Nosferatu don't pick a side because it's whoever can give them the most. Now, because they're vampires, right? Money isn't really a thing. Money isn't really an issue with vampires. Hold on. Yeah, they're basically dead fish. Yeah. Okay, so the Nosferatu. Sorry, I got a question in chat that was very silly. Yes. So
Listen,
kids
they're
do
sexy
that
dead fish,
thing,
okay?
huh? Whack. Yes, dead fish. So the Nosferatu. So again, they don't deal in money. What they deal in is boons, favors. So if a vampire wants information from whatever clan wants information from the Nosferatu, they would trade favors. If Nosferatu wants something, and that's the trade. It's very much that because you live long enough, you accumulate wealth, and there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Why can't
That
it just be like
money?
a vampire
Money
life?
isn't a thing. Yeah, and like if you're immortal, money kind of doesn't matter whether you have it or not. It's like
Yeah, you've seen
there's
all.
abilities.
Yeah.
Yes, but then there's like abilities that allow you to get what you want anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's an ability called compel, and you can literally make someone do whatever you want. And if it's a kind, you could just blood bond them and turn them into your slave. So like, you know what I mean? Like vampires don't necessarily want traditional things, and so that's why they deal in favors. They deal in boons, not boobs. Boons with an N.
Or booze. Either way, it works. Babsy said, information broker, always neutral? Sounds like me. Hey, like that.
The Nosferatu are it. Yo, Nosferatu are cool as fuck. So Nosferatu have really cool abilities. One is called Obfuscate. I can never say this. Obfuscate.
Obfuscate?
Yes. Basically, they can make themselves invisible.
Yep.
And so there's a running joke throughout Vampire of like, no matter where you are, just assume there's a Nosferatu there, because they can go invisible, and they usually are everywhere. Like,
Remember,
they
look over your shoulder. It's probably a fucking Nosferatu there.
Yes. However, everyone has or not everyone, but a lot of people can gain, like the Tremere. They can gain the ability to see the unseen, and it would allow you to it's an ability, you rouse the blood, and then you're able to sort of see past what is perceived reality, and then you would be able to see someone like a Nosferatu being hidden, ghosts, things like that. So
Babs is like, no, it's boobs, and some booze.
yes, boobs, boobs, and boobs.
The 3 Bs.
That's what we out here dealing
The
in.
3 Bs. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. So each clan has different special abilities, and then if you have enough, like mechanics-wise in game, if you get enough experience points, you can spend experience points to gain more abilities from your particular clan.
Yeah.
Or you can ask a friend, right? So like a kindred that you're friends with, usually someone who is in a different clan, but is in your coterie. You can ask them to teach you one of their abilities, or you can diablerize another vampire, and based on some rolls, gain their abilities too.
That's kind of like how it is in the game as well. You have like separate bosses and everything like that, and you gain certain abilities, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they really, from what it sounds like, they kept true to the TTRPG through the game as well. So it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many, I think you could get away with a lot more in the video game, right? Because a lot of, TTRPG is theater of the mind and a roll of the dice. With a video game, it's kind of more set mechanics.
Yeah.
But they kept to, what it is to be a kindred within this world. Hold on, let me read this chat. Oh, that's why you throw salt over your shoulder. It's not good luck. It gets in the Nosferatu's eyes. Oh my god.
I love that. Your chat is wild.
I love. That's my husband who's wild. It's not the chat. It's just my husband wild.
Okay.
And it's just him making jokes.
We love it. We love it.
Yes. So let's see. So we've covered the sex. We've covered
the sex. Sorry, I thought you said sex.
Yes, we also did cover sex. We did also cover that. Yes.
My brain, y'all, it's just dirty today.
We you know what? We can what we can with what we have. Okay.
This is what happens whenever me and Chastity do things together. Okay, now you're seeing our facial expressions for these podcasts. Okay, this isn't gonna be edited, by the way. This is just a live stream. This is staying up here like this.
We're leaving as it is. Okay, so
do you guys have any questions, by the way, before we head on? Because I want to actually cover a little bit of the game lore, some of the psychology with you, if you don't mind that.
Yeah, please feel free to ask questions if you have them about the game, whatever else.
About life?
Well, let's leave the existential crisis questions for a different podcast.
So I had that one by the time I was 25. Okay, we don't need to rehash it.
Midlife crisis over here.
The midlife crisis podcast.
Quarter life crisis podcast.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, we're carving chat over there. Actually, one thing I do want to bring up is how interesting it is, the fact that, like, when you go into the game for Vampire the Masquerade, number one, the 90s vibes, even though it was done in 2000, you can see it throughout. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. But also the fact that whenever you dive into it, it kind of has an air of, like, how do I exactly say this? It's leaned towards more the fact that it wants you to do good in the game. Like, you can pick either sides, but there's no down the middle. It's the same thing actually with Fallout 3, if you think about it, because there is no kind of like down the middle. You can be neutral unless you're, unless you're Nosferatu. But there is like one of those things of where like you have to pick a side, and it's very much determined on the fact of where psychologically you have to either be like this anarchist who's going to like, blow shit up at the end of the game, or just be good and just do everything that's by the book and be on the side of the government. That's by doing good.
So several things happening here, because I have a question in my chat and I will answer it in 1 second. Let's address this first.
Yeah.
So it's not so much it's not so much that you have to be Camarilla or Anarch or Sabat. The idea here is, and it's the mechanic, it is your humanity. Now, something that happens as a kindred ages is they like naturally lose their humanity from seeing people, you know, just pass on and you don't age at all. You sort of, as time goes by, even forget your own past when you were kind. And so you just naturally start to lose humanity. And the idea is to not let your beast win. And so you have your humanity and you're doing things based off of conviction, based off of like, you know, trying your best to keep that humanity for as long as possible.
Exactly.
And then you, if you do certain things that go against your convictions, it puts a stain on your humanity.
Right, exactly.
And now the beast is quite literally another voice in your head. The beast is the vampire. It is the thing that craves blood. It is the thing that craves violence, murder, and destruction. It is the curse, right? And so the more that you sort of fight that, combat that by keeping your humanity, that is kind of the mechanic that is going on within both the video game and the TTRPG. And it's the focus of, I think, a lot of the clans is to remain as human as possible, which is weird because you're a vampire, you know what I mean? And you can play it however you want within the TTRPG. The Sabat, of course, are like, fuck all that humanity shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very much like, we are the beast.
Well, that's the same theme that you see in so many different games, too. Like Dark Souls, for example. You are literally looking for humanity. You have it as a collectible item within a game where you can use it in order to become human for a little bit within the game and defeat certain things, get certain perks, all that kind of stuff. So humanity is a very constant theme, I think, within every single game. I think a lot of developers don't even realize how constant it is because they just instantly gravitate towards it because we're all worried about our own mortality.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, right? If you're a vampire, immortality changes perspective. You know, what matters when you live forever? Yeah. Each clan has a different way to approach that, a different way that they connect with that humanity. Like, for example, Toreador, right? Toreador are absolutely about beauty. They are about art. They are about passion. And they feel that that is the way to connect with that humanity best.
Right.
And then you have people like the Bruja, and Bruja are basically like, they are the anarchists. Yeah. And so they're the revolutionaries. And so their way that they feel they connect with that humanity is like very high strung emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? And then there's the Gangrel, and the Gangrel are a clan that essentially they have like transformative powers that can literally turn them into animals. Yeah, but with the Gangrel, they sort of have this mentality of like trying to bridge the gap of the beast in their head and the beast that they can transform into, and sort of this idea of like, I am the beast is me. And if that's the case, then they can control that.
They make peace with it.
Right, exactly. So there's a lot of that conflict within.
Peter said, being a vampire seems kind of complicated. I thought it was just about biting people. No.
No, I don't think it would be as fun if there wasn't conflict, right?
Yeah, just like humanity, there always has to be like a set of not rules, but like a set of like mental conflicts that always have to happen, no matter what story you're telling. Yeah, I mean
that's the Matrix is oh hello, one true villain, MS. Welcome to the chat. What was I going to say? In the Matrix, right, there's that scene with Morpheus and Agent Smith, and Agent Smith is talking about how the first iteration of the Matrix was actually a utopia, but they lost all their human crops because humans wouldn't buy it. They wouldn't grow in that. They need conflict in order to thrive and survive, right? Yeah. So the same thing goes for vampires. Really, listen, vampires they're humans to the extreme.
Yeah.
No, I do not speak Spanish. Sorry, answering a question. But to answer this other question in chat, how should new players get started playing VTM TTRPG?
Ooh.
Okay.
There's a lot there. There's a lot.
Find a table and play. No, I think the basic thing you should do, right, once you find this table, right, is get into the player's handbook. Let me show it to y'all so you know what it looks like. So that you can get kind of a brief understanding of the world, what's involved. It has everything from mechanics to how to build a character, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can get into kind of the lore of it and find which clan fits you. You create your character based off of that. And, you know, hopefully when you find your table, they'll also help you put together that character sheet.
But also know that there's not like a set thing that you have to look at too. Like there's so much lore, so don't ever feel like you're being overwhelmed with stuff.
Oh yeah, no, and like that's the thing too, right? It depends on the chronicle or the story that your group is trying to tell as to what is going to be necessary to know and what's not. I think it's just natural as you get into playing it that you start being interested in the kind of overall canon lore.
Right, exactly.
But that's almost irrelevant when it comes to getting started to play. Is just get the player's handbook so that you can create a character, and then just play. Because they're like, I could tell you all day about lore, what each of these clans do, you know, the mechanics of it all. But until you just get down to play it, you know, it's gonna be, none of that shit is gonna be relevant. I will say you need D10s. They are, I don't have the D10s with me right now to show you, but a dice that goes up to 10 is all you'll need. And then you would get, it really depends on how you make your character sheet, but you would get quite a few. So there is like official Vampire, the Masquerade D10 dice that have little ankhs and skulls on them, which determine, you know, under the table to the right. Oh, thank you, babe. Hold on a second. I may actually be able to show you dice.
Yay!
Let me see. Yes, I might be able to show. I don't have fancy Vampire the Masquerade dice, but I do have D10s.
Also, another thing, once you guys get into the lore, that's a good time to also get into the games as well for the video games. Because once you know about the background and everything like that, the games kind of become like a good bridge into the TTRPG, at least for me personally. Because I played the games first, and I didn't play the role-playing game first. So, just so you guys know, you don't have to like play one thing over the other first. You can get into either or, really.
Yeah, there's not one set way to do it. I'm really not finding this dice, and I think that's just because I'm having a moment here and I'm blind, but it's fine. You can totally... I don't see it here, babe. I don't see it. But anyway, you can look up a D10 and know what a D10 looks like on you know, on Google. But yeah, so you don't need a lot, and it's very simple, right? 6 to 10 is a success. 5 to 1, a failure. 1 being the critical failure. 10, if you get 2 10s in a dice roll, is a critical success. From there, your storyteller will determine how the scene goes. It is, in a way, a lot simpler than, let's say, Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons has a lot more going on in terms of dice, mechanics, all that stuff. Vampire is less, and it's because it's more about roleplay. It's more about being your character and acting out the scenes. Yeah, so it's simpler in that way. You don't necessarily need a lot. You need your character sheet, you know, maybe a notebook so you could take notes on what's going on in your particular story, or chronicle as they call it in Vampire, and your character sheet. That's it.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple in that way.
And the
And
characters...
it's
Oh, no,
go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, like, the character sheets you can, like, download as a PDF, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You don't, and, you know, your table will likely help you with getting that, you know. It's not difficult to find either. I'm sure there are multiple things on the interwebs that you can snatch those up.
Yeah.
But it's fairly intuitive as well, so it's not something that is going to take you forever to understand.
Right.
As you're playing it, you know, it'll start to come very natural. But yeah, that's sort of the basic beginnings for.
There's somebody yelling in the background. I'm just like, hello, sir, can I help you?
I feel that. My kids be yelling sometimes.
I get like these random spikes in my audio. I'm like, oh, somebody's having a good time. Okay. But we're gonna actually be ending things off pretty soon, so we're gonna, if you guys want to talk about any miscellaneous topics or have any questions, now is your time to ask. We're gonna, like, this is a segment of the podcast of where, like, we'll kind of like go off and talk about like different things and everything like that. That way these episodes seem more well-rounded and just chill, you know.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, whether it be about vampires or whatever, feel free to ask.
Yeah. We are open books. Well, semi-open, but we're open.
Yeah.
One thing I actually really, really am enjoying about oh god, I just lost the word now. The patch that they did for Vampire the Masquerade, the game. It's
thanks for the follow, Ace of Spades.
Yeah, another follow dance. Can we just become your thing right now?
I didn't mean for it to become a thing, but apparently it's a thing now, so we're just gonna go with it.
Oh my god, no, for your follow sound thing, you should have like a vampire biting sound, like.
Oh yes, that would be so fun. I have like a I don't even know how to describe the sound.
I can't believe I just
I'm
did
almost
that
to my goal for affiliate, y'all.
Yes! Oh my god, everything's
yeah.
flying all over the place. I'm so excited for you. That's such an exciting goal.
Yes, I need 5 more, and then I am affiliate on Twitch.
You guys, whoever's not following Chastity, go over to her Twitch and follow her. Go over. We need to get her to affiliate. That way she can get not only the coin, but more notoriety for the shit that she does. Because she literally just started streaming, a few months ago? And you're doing the thing.
Listen, forewarning to anyone who comes over to follow me. I just talk about TTRPGs and do reactions to, like, movie stuff and TV stuff.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
though.
So if you're into that kind of thing, that's what we do over here. We just chill and have a good time. We just vibe, you know? Anyone who's in this chat, please do follow Huggable Hipster on YouTube, on Twitch, on the interwebs.
I'm not on Twitch anymore.
Oh, yeah, she's not on Twitch anymore. Duh. YouTube, sorry. I'm at Bojangles. Hello, thank you for the follow. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my people.
Give you guys the dance. I guess I'll give you the dance as well.
Oh, that's it.
Dude, I don't know what that dance is. I'm so sorry. Yes, go follow her. She does all gaming stuff, gaming-related things, plays games. I talk a lot about lore on my channel. She, like, goes and actually plays the game. Yes.
I'll do, like, mostly game journalism, and I'll review the game, talk about the psychology of the game, all that kind of stuff. She's more of the lore, I'm more of the psychology, so I want to think about it that way. But, like, the yin and the yang, as you can clearly tell right now.
Yes. Come over to the dark side.
Come over to the pumpkin spice latte side.
Yes.
Actually, no, you know what's rather funny?
Yes. First off, ma'am. Cozy, okay?
Cozy Jingle. Hey, Bojangles, a little acne for every follow. Let's go. What?
I think he meant dance. I think it's a typo.
Oh, I thought you said acne. I was like, I don't want anybody getting acne.
No, dance. I think he meant dance.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll change up the dance for each of the follows.
Let's get down.
Oh my god.
So as a miscellaneous topic, I'm curious, what new game are you seeing that you're actually, like, enjoying right now? Because there's so much that's happening right now in the gaming sphere.
Video game, or what do you mean?
Either video game or TTRPG. Pick your poison.
Oh, well. There's lots in the TTRPG world, and I would like to do all of it. But in terms of video games, I'm super excited about God of War. God of War is one of my, was probably one of the first, as an adult, one of the first games that I was, super interested in the lore. And then, eventually I got into all the other things, like Tomb Raider and Resident Evil and, all the big names now. I kind of started my love for storytelling within video games. So I'd probably say God of War Ragnarok I'm super excited about.
I'm super excited about that one too. I'm going to be playing the first God of War game very soon. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited. I love Norse mythology in general. So this will be good. Yeah,
so the cool thing about the first God of War, it's Greek, right? So it's the Greek pantheon. And then there's 3 games that have to do with that. And then I believe it's the 4th game is when they introduce the God of War within Norse mythology.
See, that's the one that I'm going to be doing. I didn't know there were others before that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wow.
So, yeah. So, the first 3 God of War are all to do with, Greek mythology. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, it's all to do with Greek mythology.
Wait, I already followed both of you, so my soul is already corrupted. Peter.
Yeah.
Bojangles dance.
Corruption.
English, I swear. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Please, I was confusing English and Korean words all day yesterday, so you're good. I literally told my mama, I was like, Hajima, and she was like, what? I was like, oh, wait, no, I meant to say no, never mind. Just don't bother me with me. It's
love that.
It's weird because it's whenever, because my dad, when he was a kid, he spoke Spanish and Hebrew, and there would be French mixed in there. So naturally, whenever I was a kid, there would be a mixture of languages. It wasn't until 10 years old that I knew how to say set the table in English. It was always mette de place. It was always in French. And then whenever I got older, I was at a friend's house, and they were like, oh, could you help me set the table? And I didn't for the life of understand. And I was just like, what do you mean? And they were like, put the plates. You literally had to gesture out, put the plates on the table with me. I'm like, oh, you mean mette de place? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. No, that's fucking, when you grow up multicultural, that's a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's 5 God of War games before the 2018 one. Okay, see, this is new to me because I'm not in the series. It's all Kratos' journey from a man to God of War, all in Greek mythos world. That's really cool. That's really, really cool.
Yeah. Kratos is the main character, and just brief synopsis: he was a Spartan. He was a Spartan general. Mm-hmm. They were at war. Some things happened. He called to Ares, the Greek god of war, to help him, and then Ares did, but there was a price, and that's sort of where the start of God of War begins.
Interesting. Okay, see, there's so much I have to get into with this game. There's one game.
I don't want to.
Yeah, because I don't want to because oh god, there were so many spoilers that were thrown my way for Bloodborne and everything.
I'm not trying to spoil you, so I just gave you the very beginning.
Yeah.
So there's no spoiling.
The fun part is whenever people if people think that they're helping out whenever they do a spoiler for a game, when in reality it's I die inside a little.
Oh, girl, listen, I do spoilers over here on my channel, so if you because I don't, spoilers don't bother me, I'm definitely somebody who I will watch a show 8 times, still cry or still react to things within the show as if I've never seen it, as if I don't know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just get invested in that way. And so spoilers don't bother me.
If somebody spoils a game to me, they're dead to me. I can't.
No.
I can't.
Well, I'm glad I didn't fucking spoil it.
No, it's weird because it's whenever I was, playing the game Bloodborne recently, because heads up you guys, I finished the game I thought I was going to cry on camera. It was really good, okay? There are multiple endings to this game. You have so many choices of humanity. You have so many just complex choices that you can make. But one of the things that like got spoiled for me was one of the dialogue pieces in a boss battle that I just did, and I'm like,
Oh no.
that was so,
Well,
it was so good. The way that he said it, and the way, like, you guys will have to wait for Monday because that's when the episode comes out. If you guys want to see it early, you can go over to my Patreon and see it for like $3 a month. So, link in the bio.
yes. See, all
But
the early stuff.
whenever I was watching it, I was like, okay, this is unfolding before us right now. So there's so many different things of where games in general, they will do mythos and psychology and philosophy really well. And then other times when people kind of like try to spoil that, it's like, well, now I just gotta kill a bitch. That's what I gotta do.
Yeah, you don't you don't get the full effect if it's been spoiled for you. I understand.
Oh, hey Ash, welcome to the stream. Hello, my lovely. Hi, Leah, and hi, friends. When did this happen? This actually, we've been streaming now for like what, a little over an hour, talking about Vampire Masquerade, everything.
Yeah. Now we're kind of in we just are chilling and discussing whatever with the crew here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a game I would highly recommend for anybody who likes Dark Souls, anybody who likes really difficult games. Oh my god, this game was so difficult. Anybody who has a high tolerance for difficult games and really likes grindy type games, you will absolutely love Dark Souls, because there are sections in the game of where you're literally sat there building up your levels just to fight a boss in the main storyline. That's it. Like, I had to build myself up from a 66 to a level 71, all to fight the last boss in the game. And let me tell you, when I say that shit was difficult, oi.
Yeah, but I mean, I will say this, is that like the Dark Souls games and anything kind of like similar to it, right? Kind of like made by the same people. They're kind of notorious for making super difficult games, but that's kind of the thing, right? Is that there's people who really do want to play games where they can just kind of mindlessly click buttons.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I applaud them for making these more difficult games, because it's for me very much feels like they're respecting the audience.
Yeah.
You know, like being like, hey, our audience isn't fucking dumb. They're not.
No.
They don't want an easy game. They want a challenge. So
yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a second on the other side, too, of where, and I even said this in my review for Dark Souls, of where I feel like it's borderline gatekeeping to an extent, because when you take away, like, the choice to choose your own difficulty level, it's kind of like, okay, someone with accessibility issues, someone who doesn't have that kind of opportunity,
I see.
won't be able to play that game. So because in Bloodborne and in the Dark Souls games, I think in the From Software games in general, you cannot pick a difficulty level. It's just one set difficulty and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm for it. I don't know. I feel like get good. You know what I'm saying? Like that sounds. I feel like maybe that sounds a little whatever. Listen. Get good.
I mean,
you know, like if you're gonna play the game, play the game.
Wait a second. Those are some fat spiders you were fighting in today's video. I hate spiders. I will say that.
Spiders are gross.
Listen, some of them are beautiful to look at, but just stay the fuck away from me. Like that. Just stay away.
Spiders are gross.
Oh man, no, it was like one hallway in the game. This isn't a spoiler or anything like that. It's just like in the hallway, whenever you're going into like one section of the Nightmare of Mensis, you are literally encountering in front of you so many, like, my gosh, Harry Potter, follow the trail of spiders. Like,
Ew.
it's like, no. Oh, nice. Count me out on that.
Ew, it's the many legs for me. I don't like that. That's too many legs, bro.
It's the big
too
booty
many
for me.
legs.
It's really thick with a double C.
Have y'all ever seen real life stuff right now? Have y'all ever seen a camel spider eat? Y'all ever seen a camel spider eat? That shit is gross. Spiders are scary, okay? Like,
yeah. No, last night, actually, speaking of spiders, I saw one which was probably like the size of the tip of my pinky finger, not that big at all, engulf an entire fly on my ceiling.
no thank you.
Like,
thank you.
it's too many legs. It's too much. Too many notes. They're just too many. No, I don't like the fact that they have too many legs. I don't fact that they have so many eyes. They can see shit that I don't want them to see.
Ooh.
Like, no.
Ew.
Like, the only animal, the
Gross.
only bug actually that I find quite pleasing, I don't mind it, I don't even kill it, is ladybugs. They're adorable. They're really cute, okay?
They're very cute.
Yeah.
They're very, very cute, for sure.
Hell no.
Bugs, honestly, if you look at any bug too closely, they're kind of gross. Bugs are gross. I think we can all agree.
Yeah. I'm
They're
good.
gross
I don't
looking.
need that visual in my head. Actually, no, here,
Yeah.
I'll replace it with a nice visual of a spider wearing high heels. That's good.
Yes.
Yes.
All them legs.
Yes.
No,
because,
thank you. I can't. I fucking.
Because I tried, like,
Listen.
spraying the spider and everything with, like, the only thing I had next to me was perfume because I thought I'd spray it, but it just made it smell good. It didn't really piss it off or anything.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna do anything to the spider.
Although you just like some people like spray like hairspray on it, it's like, oh, now it has great hair too.
I don't listen. Just kill the spider. Here's my rule.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
when it comes to bugs, not just spider. Here's my rule. Outside, that's your home. I ain't gonna touch you. Do your thing.
Mhm.
Inside, you're in my house.
No.
The penalty for trespassing is death. Okay, like you're not gonna come in my home.
Okay, so
And
you're
live rent-free.
Nosferatu. I see how it is.
You listen to me. You're not gonna come in my home and live rent free.
Oh, I'm sorry, Troubadour. Sorry.
Yeah, Toreador.
It's Troubadour. Why did I say Troubadour? That's cute.
It's okay. I fixed it for
Oh
you.
my God. You ever find your
It's tough.
grasshopper?
There's a lot of fucking names.
Oh, wait a second. You ever find your grasshopper friend, or is it still lurking in your room? I have not found it. It's still hippity hopping somewhere.
Y'all, grasshoppers are fucking gross.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're so gross. No, they're
so
gross.
cute. The way that they
Grasshoppers
just, like,
are gross.
The way they just
No,
like hop up.
gross.
They're just so cute. Those fuckers can jump. They can really jump.
That's another thing. Fuck all that noise. I'm not gonna have you jumping at me.
It actually
No,
wasn't making
absolutely
noise.
not.
It was so silent. It was just like doing a little jump here, jump there. And actually, there were two of them. I think I might have killed one, but there were two of them. I don't know where the other one is.
Yeah, no, that noise they make, they only make it during like mating season. Otherwise, they don't make that noise.
Where are the
So
babies?
you know,
Where's the baby daddy?
yikes, yikes! I don't want none of that. Listen,
Oh man.
all bugs. This is a PSA. All bugs. Don't come to my house. The penalty for trespassing is death. I will kill you. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Don't play with me.
Oh no, you should see it though. My mom actually got scared the shit out of her because it was a there was a bug. I'm not gonna say which because we have people who don't like the spiders and everything in the chat. There was a bug that was just it literally was right in front of her face when she opened up the door, and I was like, "What is that
No,
blood curdling
no,
scream?" And she was like, "I literally almost walked face first into it."
Nope. No. See, that's not. I don't want none of that. I do
Yeah.
not want any of that.
That's
Thank
Halloween.
you very much.
Perfect.
I'm cool with the vampires. I'm cool with the ghosts, the demons. You know what I'm saying?
Spiders,
with the witches. I'm cool with all that. I'm cool with the skeletons. Keep them bugs away from me. Don't want no part of it.
Actually, you guys, I will be right back for a second. Mother Nature is calling me currently, so just give me one moment. I will be right back. Put it on the screen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
Go on. Bathroom break. Anyway, for now, we can talk in my chat. How y'all doing today? How was your day, afternoon, evening, depending where you're at? By the way, if you're in Ariel's chat, I can't see you. But I will say I hope you're having a great day, night, afternoon. If y'all ever want to come to my chat and ask TTRPG questions, especially about vampire, feel free to come through. We'll talk about it. We'll get deep into the lore, because there is a lot. It's not necessary for you to know to play the game. As I said earlier, it's not really the vampire is like any other TTRPG that you can make it what you want to. Um, most chronicles are set in the modern world. Um, and so you could have it be in real life place. Most chronicles are. They're set in real places. One of the chronicles that I'm a part of is set in Manassas, um, which is that I think it's Virginia or West Virginia. Let me double check because I don't want to tell y'all something that's not true. Hold on a second. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's Virginia. It is Virginia. So yeah, it's set in Manassas, Virginia. There's Chicago by night. There's LA by night. There's New York by night. There is chronicles that are set in New Orleans. So really, you could play vampire wherever. The only thing that you need to know to play vampire is you pick your clan, set up your character accordingly, and then oh boy, I'll be right back, y'all. My child is having a moment. Come here, baby. What's going on? What's going on? Why are you screaming? Why?
Oh, apparently it's a chair stream. Hello, I'm back. Okay, I didn't miss any comments. So, chair, how do you like the content that's being provided right now? Oh, wait, I'm back, you guys. Oh, okay, it's a chair stream with Shass.
What happened?
It is the chair stream with Shass. I came back when you weren't there, so I was like, chair stream.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm over here flipping screens because I keep picking the wrong button. Yeah, no, I had to go save the day with my kids. They were getting rowdy. But I was talking with the chat for a little bit about Vampire, and that if they wanted to come through to learn more on my chat, or on my Twitch, they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so, you guys, okay. So I'm not here to praise whenever praise isn't given correctly, but I will praise her right now, in this very moment. Because I do have to say, please. No, because the fact of the matter is like, she's basically like a sister to me, okay? I wouldn't have anybody on my platform that I didn't think was worthy of praise. Go follow her shit. Like, seriously, what are you doing with your life? Just be like Kim Kardashian and be like, yeah. You can't even do it with this face.
Dude, every time you do a Kim Kardashian impression, it's always... it makes me laugh because you get the especially her mouth, the like expression, so spot on. She has I don't know how to explain her expression, but it is the most like sarcastic looking expression. And so you always get it right. So
I feel like it's because like she's I don't know what her heritage is, but it's like I've been told that
she's Persian.
Yeah, because we have very like similar kind of face shapes and everything like that. So when I feel like to end off the stream on a very funny note, we should have a Kim Kardashian thing and try to stay as serious as possible.
I can't. I'm far too giggly for that. Why are you setting me up to fail?
Are you sure?
Stop.
Kim.
I can't.
You can literally be. No, you can be her. What was it? Courtney, because she is vegan and she is very protective of her sweets. So, yeah. Sorry.
I can't. You want me to be these girls that I can't be? I'm not capable.
It's so funny though, because it's like whenever I see that this is actually how they act. It's them and it's serious. That's what irks me. That's the creepy thing. You know, like when people imitate it, that's not creepy at all. That's funny as hell. But whenever I see them like on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, while it be my guilty pleasure show, it freaks me out because it's like, this is serious. Like,
yeah. Yo, there's a thing you were doing. So before the stream, we were talking a little bit, and and like some of the things she says gets me a little concerned. Where I'm like, are you okay? Like, do you need help? Just SOS. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know.
There was an episode of where, what was it? I think it was, she was doing a Candyland themed birthday for her kid.
Cute.
For Stormy. And I was like, oh, 90s themed. We love that. Come through. And her sister, Courtney, was just like, are you sure that you want that ugly, disgusting chocolate? I feel like I have to have so much water in order to wash away all of that chocolate. I'm thinking to myself, this is a child's birthday party, okay? It's Candyland theme. And Kim was like,
can we talk about trauma that you're giving your kid because they can't enjoy candy? What the fuck is going on?
This is the most triggered I think I ever saw Kim Kardashian, because whenever she was talking about it, she was like, it's Candyland theme party. I'm not going to have the kids eating fucking kale. Like,
I love, my favorite thing here is that, like, that's the shit they're getting mad about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there are so many bigger issues in the world.
like, listen, there's a lot going on in the world that you mad about. That's a first world problem, ma'am. That's a first world problem.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna just be over here stirring my kale salad, talking about Givenchy and Gucci Bellucci Davucci. Like, I
can't understand. I can't relate. I'm so sorry.
No, it's funny because it's like, you know me. You know me for years. Like, I love designer. I love, like, oh my God, I'm such a fashionista. But when it comes down to it, it's not the most important thing in life. You know?
No.
It's like, I don't understand
it's not.
it. I mean, in the words of Paris Hilton, that's hot.
That's hot. Yo, she's another one. She is another one. My favorite is, are you okay? Are you dying? Are you okay? Okay.
I need my fucking inhaler, bitch.
But yeah, Paris Hilton is another one where she says that's hot, but in the most sarcastic way. Like, she doesn't mean it at all.
Okay, I don't know where my fucking inhaler is.
Amazing.
Oh my God. Where'd it go? Wait, is it over there? Hold on one second. I need my inhaler.
I love that you actually need your... Please go get your inhaler. I hope you guys are having fun hearing us be silly. She really needed her inhaler. Amazing. If you're talking, I can't hear you. You're too far away from the mic.
Legitimately don't know where I put it.
Oh no. Oh no, that's vital. Wait, go get that.
Okay. I did. Yeah. No,
Oh no.
You're like.
Well, don't have a fucking asthma attack because
I won't. I'm just gonna. You continue talking. I'm just gonna be here like rummaging through shit. It's fine.
that's fine. That's okay. But yeah, guys. Fucking. I don't know what to talk about. Vampire the Masquerade. Fucking D&D. I mean, yeah. If you guys ever want to come hang out and just talk about TTRPGs and role playing games, whether they be video games or you know, whatever. You want to talk about story? That's what we do here. We talk about stories. So, yes. She really, oh boy, she really did lose it. That's not good. Well, yeah, so, I don't know. Do you guys have questions? I do wish that I could see her YouTube chat. I mean, I guess I could, right? I could just go into YouTube and actually look at her chat. Let's see what y'all are saying. Let's see here. Let's see. What have y'all been saying in this chat? Fat spiders. We talked about the creepy spiders and too many legs. Okay, so the last thing said in chat was the spiders and bugs. Okay. But
Okay.
yeah, did you find it?
Yeah, I remember where it is. It's actually in my mom's purse
Okay.
because I had her hold on to it. I think it'll come down by now. So,
Okay, cool.
Jesus Christ, your inhaler is kind of important. You find that thing. It is. It really is. But no, I remember where it is. You know, because we were out yesterday. And by the way, you guys, side note, this is not important at all whatsoever. But there's a boba place at a faux place that opened up right near me, and I'm very excited about this.
Oi.
Child love. Oh, it's so cute.
Okay.
Snack.
Yes.
Can you feel the love tonight?
My son he loves the camera, and so if I'm streaming, and he's awake, he always tries to come peek in because he wants to see himself on camera.
He's trying to steal your spotlight.
Yeah. He's trying to also be.
Oh my god, if
Um,
your son ever became a streamer, ooh, that would be interesting.
I honestly think that's what he wants to do because he loves video games, and he watches all the streamers, so he's like, I think that's what he wants to do in his life is to stream. So when he's older, if he wants to start doing that, we have the equipment, so
That's
he
really
can.
sweet. I love that. You see,
Yeah.
you guys, next generation is gonna be a bombing one. It's gonna be good.
yeah. My daughter too. She loves to be in front of the camera. She films herself all the time on her tablet. So like, probably 2 streamers. That's probably what they'll do.
And then you're just gonna be in the nursing home and just be like, I'm so proud of my children.
Yeah, dude, I'm not that old. Like, what the fuck? I'm not that old.
Oh my god. I love it.
But we're coming up on that hour and a half mark.
Yeah.
If
you guys have-
I don't know. I know you said.
Yeah, if you guys have any last minute questions, still never tried that boba stuff. It's good. It gets addicting after a while. Like I tried the green tea one yesterday. It was very, very good.
Yeah. So the boba, the little balls themselves, is actually just brown sugar.
Yeah. Well, it's tapioca.
So
basically. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, tapioca and brown sugar.
Yep.
That's pretty much what it is. So it's delicious. It's very good, and you
Yeah.
can get them in all kinds of flavors. So definitely go try it. Boba's delicious.
Yeah, it really is. Like even the tapioca pearls, they make them in like different flavors sometimes. Like they'll make them in like strawberry or orange or something like that. And they have, what is it? Tao tea. They have, white chocolate milk and something like that. It's really like a lot of them. It's really good. So
Yeah, definitely go try it.
yeah, not an advertisement for for boba right now, but
No,
you know what?
not sponsored.
You know?
Not sponsored, but boba if you want to sponsor.
Yeah, exactly. Any form of boba. We're just reaching out to the company called boba.
Yes, boba, coffee, energy drinks, whichever. If y'all want to sponsor,
Yeah. Red Bull, please.
Actually, that is what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a Red Bull.
Yes. Oh, what flavor is that? I haven't seen that one.
Blueberry.
I didn't know they made a blueberry.
Yes, it's actually really good.
Okay. And my favorite is the peach and the regular. Those are really good.
Peach. I haven't had the peach one.
It's very good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys,
I've had all different kinds, so.
Yeah, no, the ones that I really dig were like the original, the peach, and there was one that was a watermelon flavor. Not too sure about that one.
Watermelon flavor can go either way.
Yeah. If they make cherry
Sometimes
flavor,
it's not. I don't know. I don't necessarily like cherry flavored things, only because they always, to me, taste like cough medicine, and I'm not into it. I'm not into that.
When I used to drink, I used to have a lot of Jägermeister. That to me was cough medicine, and I love that shit. That was
Ugh.
so good.
Jaeger's the worst.
It was
no.
so good. I used to have Jaeger bombs all the time.
No, Jaeger is gross.
So
It's
good.
so good. So actually, the history of Jaeger, the reason why there's a little deer on the label is because it's meant for hunters. It was meant for hunters to have.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, they
Yeah.
needed something tasting like shit to keep them awake. So.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that it's super sweet. Jaeger's very
Yes.
sweet,
Yeah.
but then it's alcohol, so it has like that weird ass bitter burn. to it.
Yeah. No, you should. Okay,
I'm
so
good with just whiskey. You feel me? I'm
well, the
good
thing
with
is
just
that
whiskey.
like back in the day, for those of you who are new here, 5 years sober, by the way, just want to point that out.
Yeah.
When I used to
Yeah.
drink, I used to have this weird combination of like mixing different kinds of stuff together. So like at the bar that I used to work at, I would mix and I know you're gonna fucking laugh at this. I used to mix Jack Daniels and Jaeger and then take a shot of vodka afterwards.
What? Ma'am, that's foul. That is foul. That is literally gross tasting. What is wrong with you?
I was doing it
Ew.
for the effect, not for the actual taste, mind you.
That's
Just-
fair. That's,
just to
that's
get
also
fucked
very
up.
fair. If you want to fuck yourself up, that's definitely a way to do it.
But you know what? I
For
think
sure.
my Irish genes, because I've never had a hangover in my entire life. So,
Oh no, fuck a hangover.
man.
My husband was like, bruh. Yeah, it's gross. That's gross, dude.
Wait a second. Coke have come out with a lime flavor now? Ew.
A lime with
Oh.
Coke? I don't know about that.
They came up with a coffee one
I don't
too,
know.
like coffee infused Coca-Cola. It's nasty.
I don't. Straight trash can level. Yes, that is the trash can level combination.
Listen.
Gross.
When you're putting stuff into your body and you don't really care, that's what you get.
Yes, and you don't care. That's for sure. Yeah.
I only drink at Christmas, and that's only because people keep buying me booze. It's like, well, I
will
gotta
say
drink
this,
it.
right? Yeah. So for Christmas, in Puerto Rican homes at least, there's what we have is coquito, which is like, coquito is let's see, it's essentially Puerto Rican eggnog.
Oh, okay.
So it's a cream-based alcohol or a cream-based drink, right?
Mhm.
You have your cream. I like to put ice cream in mine, and then you put rum, cinnamon, and nutmeg in it. And
Okay.
so it's very Christmas tasting, right?
Mhm.
But it's essentially Puerto Rican eggnog.
Okay.
It's very good.
Actually, that sounds really yummy.
Yes,
I-
it is yummy.
I rarely drink. It's very rare, but no hangovers either. Yeah, it's strange
neither.
because it's like anytime I would get, back in the day, like really like bone ass drunk, like I was literally giving everybody hugs. I would wake up the next morning just feeling like I had a Benadryl. That's it.
Oh, good.
Like
Good.
it's weird
All right,
because it's like
I have to pause real quick and get my daughter something. This girl's trying to be in front of the camera, so I'm like battling her right now. So give me a second. I'll
Okay,
be
go
right
for it.
back.
Okay, go for it.
All right, come on.
Oh, I love Coquito. You've heard of it. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but good. Yeah, and that's the thing of where, like, I never had anything major. Thank goodness. I've never had anything major happen, during the drinking days. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, I would mix, like, really just friggin' weird stuff together. There was, like, this drink that they had at the bar that I worked at. And mind you, I was one of, like, the shot girls there, and I would be like wearing the cute outfit and serving shots to everybody during finals week. It was insane. It was an insane time of my life. But there was a thing called a fish bowl, of where you had like the gummy fish, like the Swedish fish gummies, if you guys have ever tried those. And it's all inside like a bowl with like blue tequila and peach schnapps, and literally it's a trash can of alcohol. And while I'm there in like a skirt and everything like that, serving all the shots, people are like, fishbowl. I'm like, yeah, we'll get there, buddy.
What? Hello? I came back to some wild shit. What were you doing?
I was
What's fishbowl? What is that? What's a fish? So you out here doing keg stands?
So
with a
let me clarify because I never told you the story. Actually, I was telling them because they were talking
Okay.
about like the coquitos, how they like it, and where I was like telling them a random story, like because I was the shot girl basically at the bar whenever I was like during finals week. So I was wearing the skirt, I was wearing like the cute shit and everything to get more sales, and then everybody would
course.
be doing fish bowls, and I did not know what that was at the time. So it's basically like you have like this plastic little bowl, drinking bowl thing, and they put Swedish fish
Okay.
inside, blue liquor, blue everything, blue. I think like it was cognac inside as well, peach schnapps.
So y'all don't care about flavor, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. We just want to get fucked up.
Because that's foul.
That's
so gross. Cognac with fucking Swedish fish is what you're saying.
They put all the Swedish fish inside. There was ice. There was all that kind of stuff. They would order it, and then there was another thing inside. You're gonna love the name of this. There was a drink. It was actually really good. It was called the trash can, and it was a green-looking drink of where you had like Sprite, and you had actually stuff that went well together. I forget the names of them, but you had like all those liquors. It actually went well together. And during the time, like, when we were working there, it was so funny because, like, during finals week, everybody would conglomerate together. Everyone would order the trash can. That was the main drink that all the students got. And we were allowed, actually, it's not legal, but we were allowed during finals week at the end of our shifts to drink the trash cans and everything. So if we ordered, like, a bunch.
Gross.
Yeah, we ordered, like, 5 of them. I slammed back, I think, 7 at the time during the last part of my shift.
Ma'am, talk about being drunk.
Like, like, oh my gosh, I was hugging everybody during that time.
Y'all remember Four Locos? Y'all remember those?
Those were nasty.
Yeah, they were gross, but they got you fucked up. So, in my chat, my husband was like, "Not legal, but allowed." Quote from Hipster. That's I would say that's a good quote for you.
Yeah,
not legal. But allowed.
Yeah, and it would never get any of them in trouble because it was a college town, and if they wanted, they could just blame the students. It's really sucky, but that's what happened.
I mean, hey, it be like that. Rutgers was like that.
Yeah.
The Rutgers takes up such a huge part of the that particular town that everything is pretty much based on what's going on with the colleges.
Yeah.
So, college towns.
Americans have some weird rituals. We do, actually.
Listen, Americans are just weird. Like, we can admit that.
Yeah.
We can say that, right?
Yeah.
As Americans, we could say Americans are fucking weird.
We are. We have weird traditions. We don't clean our socks during sports games. It's a mess, okay?
I'm sorry, what?
There are some people
What are y'all doing out there?
There are literally people who do not clean shit during sports games, and they'll have like these rituals during football, which is actually soccer, by the way. They'll just have these weird ass rituals, and they'll carry like, bunny's feet, whatever. I don't even know. That's why I'm not like really a sports fan.
Full offense. That's white people shit. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't do that over here.
No, we don't do that here.
Do that weird shit over here.
No, we just we're just out here having a lot of babka in this Israeli household, okay?
Exactly. Like we're not out here doing that other weird shit.
Big spaghetti, tabbouleh, hashtag mazel tov. All right.
Mazel tov.
I like how you put so much ghetto emphasis on it. It's like mazel tov. Yes.
That sounded so ratchet. I'm so sorry.
I love it. You're gonna come to my house and you're just gonna introduce yourself. Be like, "Oh my God, Mr. and Mrs. Mazel Tov."
Yes. I think your parents would probably think I'm just crazy, but that's fine. I don't mind. Yeah. So, but speaking about drinks, do people have favorites? Do y'all have favorites in the chat? I don't know if people will answer you, but do y'all have a favorite drink? It doesn't have to be alcoholic.
Yeah.
Just favorite drink.
Don't look at me. They're Lucky Charms.
Oh Lord.
No, my Lucky Charm is my ego.
Yes.
Okay.
As it should be. Have that pride.
Ash is asking a question. Wait, is your friend Puerto Rican?
Yes, I am.
Yes, it is.
100%.
Yes.
White Russian. Okay, so my chat, Chris said White Russian is his favorite alcoholic drink.
Nice.
Yes, White Russians are delicious.
Nice. Ooh,
but they can easily go south because they're sweet, and so you're drinking it down, and then by the time you're having your last drink, you're like you don't even realize that it's mostly vodka. It's not even.
Oh man. Oh, Ash said Dr. Pepper is hers. I'm so sorry.
Yes, Dr. Pepper is delicious. Yes, Dr. Pepper is so good.
Why am I here talking with you guys? I hate Dr. Pepper.
Ma'am, what?
I can't
You don't
stand
like root beer?
It is disgusting. Like, literally, I will say that like Kim Kardashian. It is disgusting.
Ma'am.
I can't.
You don't like root beer?
Get that shit away from me.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh no.
I can't. I tried it. I literally gave it 3 tries. I tried it once when I was at a birthday party when I was a kid. I tried it once when I was in college, and then I tried it once recently about a few weeks ago. Get that shit away from me.
Love that. So I would say my favorite alcoholic drink is really whiskey. Like pretty much anything mixed with whiskey. I love whiskey. Whiskey's great. And then favorite non-alcoholic drink, that's pretty tough because I like a lot of things. But I guess in terms of soda, I love Malta, which is like Latin people's Coca-Cola.
Nice. Very nice. Let's see. Oh, Ash is Puerto Rican as well.
Hey!
And Bojangles is also
good?
Puerto Rican.
Hey, we got the Latinas in the house!
Yeah.
Or, well, Latinx.
Let's see. Peter said Cherry Coke is the king of the drinks. Why y'all doing this to me? Why? Why are you just being disgusting? Just fucking out.
Okay, so hold on, my chat. Chris said the new Slipknot number 9. Oh yeah, so Slipknot came out with the whiskey.
I saw
I
that.
will. I want it. I want to try it. I want it. It's a malt.
Ooh,
I
we
don't
still
know. Are you
make.
talking
Oh
about
god, I'm
malt?
gonna pronounce this so wrong. We still make congrado.
Yes.
I can't talk today.
What?
I don't know.
What
I don't know.
are you
It's
trying to say?
it's Euro
Here,
congradules.
Okay, hold on a second. I have. I'm gonna help you out. I have your chat
Please,
open.
I
Let's see.
can't.
Oh, gandules. Let's
Gandules.
see.
I
We still
can.
make.
I
Yes.
can't Spanish
We
today.
still make arroz con gandules. Yes. So arroz con gandules
Me, that
is
sounds
literally
so
rice
much
and
better.
beans. Well, you know, Latin. So arroz is rice and gandules is a type of bean. So it's rice and beans. It's just
Okay.
a type of bean. Yeah.
Man.
And let's see. Chris's favorite non-alcoholic drink is coffee.
Okay.
Which,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee. He has one of his little like sound bites that he has. It is literally just someone yelling like coffee, cappuccino.
I love that. You see, my favorite drink whenever I used to drink was tequila sunrise.
Tequila sunrises are delicious.
They're really good.
Yes.
What was it?
They are.
And my favorite non-alcoholic drink. It's weird because I wouldn't say that actually it's coffee. I would say it's Arizona green tea.
Arizona green tea is delicious.
Yeah, it's really
really
good.
That's a fair one.
Yeah,
it is
it's
good.
so refreshing. Ash is like, Arroz wow, I can't say it.
Gandules.
Gandules. There we go.
There you go. Gandules.
Arroz
There you go.
gandules.
You know what? Maybe Spanish ain't your language. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's just not.
That's weird because I am Spanish though. In my dad's background, I am Spanish. I am like a little bit Latino over here, and it's just like, what are you doing right now?
You know what it is? You just need practice. You just need to have practice with the. Yeah, it's fine. I'll help you out. Gandules.
Arroz
Arroz con gandules.
Arroz gandules.
Ash, I don't know. I just looked in the chat. Ash, I don't know about you now because you like Jaeger. Jaeger is.
Yes. Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you.
Jaeger is literally cough syrup. Let's
you.
stop that. How about we, as in my chat, they said drinks that taste good is where it's at. Yeah, let's try for that. Let's try for drinks that taste good.
wholesome bean.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh, Peter's referencing the coffee. It's a wholesome bean. I love that.
Love that.
I love that.
Let's see, like some store sold ciders, like Angry Orchard isn't bad. Oh yeah, Angry Orchard is actually delicious.
actually pretty
it's
good,
a
yeah.
cider alcohol. It's very good.
That's the only
I like
cider
this a
I
lot.
actually like because I tried apple cider. Ugh. I just hate
Yeah,
everything
well,
apparently.
you know. Yeah, apparently we just hate all the things that taste good, Ariel. Apparently, like.
Oh, have
all
you
the
ever
things
had a
that taste
Batman
great.
cocktail?
What the fuck is that?
A Batman cocktail is a combination. You can make it non-alcoholic versions as well of it, but it's a version of basically you have grape juice, you have ginger ale, and you have lemon. Mix all of that together, put a little bit of the lemon wedge in, add vodka if you choose. Batman cocktail. Because it's purple,
That
it looks
sounds
like the
delicious,
Batman cape and everything like that.
Yeah, that actually sounds really good. I'd try that.
Let's see. She normally can say it, but her brain ain't working. Yeah, Yeah, no, with Ash, like, whenever, like, sometimes we'll throw Spanish back and forth with one another, and I'm fine. But today, for some reason, brain farts.
Well, that's fine. We all have those.
I can't have another alcohol that makes me sick. Plus, I can't have citrus. Yeah, she's allergic to citrus.
Ah. Oh, allergic to citrus. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Citrus is delicious. Oh,
Yeah.
Damn. Let's see what he said. Let's just come together and have an Aaron Yeager bomb and be friends. Okay, are we doing this? We're doing this? We're turning this into a anime? Okay. So
Boob shots. Boob
only
shots.
if someone makes a drink called the Aaron Yeager bomb, I will have Jägermeister. That's the only way. Because it's related to Attack on Titan. Otherwise, I refuse because Jaeger's gross.
Peter said, "Ew, I hate ginger." It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. You know what?
Ginger's delicious.
Ginger, it can be a little bit deceptive because, you know, it looks like something out of Harry Potter, but it's also, it's very,
Because it's a root.
it's very good for you, but I can understand not liking it right away because on its own, it tastes so bitter. Like, it's so bitter.
It's like, it's a weird, isn't it? I don't know. So ginger is like, to me, tastes kind of sweet and then has that spicy aftertaste.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely something that's like an acquired taste. It's a good palate cleanser though, which is why when you have sushi, they have the little thing of ginger there, so you can cleanse your palate.
Okay, that's interesting. I do have to say though,
yeah.
but we have food choices now. What's everybody's choice to pair with the alcohol of their choosing?
Oh, okay. Here we go. So food pairing with your favorite drink, whether it be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. For me, whiskey, anything. Really, I'll fucking eat anything with whiskey, but probably steak. Steak and potatoes is the way to go with a good whiskey.
See, when I used to drink wine, because my favorite thing to have whenever, I think it was like 18, 19 years old, I would sit down. This is going to sound bougie as fuck to a lot of you guys, but I don't care. I used to have like a glass of caveat white wine, and I would sit down, blue cheese, crackers, Gouda, grapes, a nice cheese palette. Really, really good.
Ooh,
a nice
that's
charcuterie board.
fancy. That is fancy.
And then you have some sausage on the side.
Apparently, y'all. Oh yeah, that sounds good. So apparently, y'all, the Jaeger bomb, for the Aaron Yeager bomb, is a drink that does exist.
You gotta drink it now.
Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Now I gotta drink it. Let's see.
Maybe we should have a Halloween stream where you just do like one shot of the Aaron Yeager
where
bomb.
I try various things. Okay, so the Aaron Yeager bomb is made of there's grenadine, Jägermeister, and Red Bull. Let us talk about how humans have this thing where we're told, hey, don't mix a stimulant with a depressant. And we do it anyway.
Yep.
Let's talk about that.
Because
you're not
we're
supposed to mix Red Bull with alcohol.
Because we're stupid. That's basically it.
Yes. Thank you.
As concluded with churros and churro. Wow, I can't pronounce shit today. I love it. I would have it every day.
So let's see. Pancakes with Italian food, pasta. Okay.
That's street hangover food right there.
Yes. So pancake. What alcoholic drink would you mix with pancakes? Let's see. Probably the Irish cream, right? The Bailey's in your coffee. That's the way to go.
Bailey's and Kahlua was also another shot that I used to have consistently. This is why I don't drink anymore. I was a pure alcoholic.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. The actual thing is favorite food. So favorite food for Chris is pancakes and Italian food, specifically pasta.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, Peter said, I went into a shop once and just bought a bottle of vodka and cream cake, and the cashier laughed at me. Screw the cashier.
Rude. Rude. Fuck you, cashier.
Ooh, if not, sirloin steak,
watching
medium rare with French fries and loaded potato soup. Oh, that's everything. Oh my god, making me hungry.
That sounds delicious.
That's so good.
Shit.
You see, if I were to have something that's like really like a full-on meal, my mom's baked spaghetti, because what she'll do is she'll take like spaghetti, she'll cook it, and then she'll take tomato soup, herbs, garlic, like all that kind of stuff, and she'll make like kind of like a paste with it, and then she'll put it on top of all of like the spaghetti, put cheese on top of that, and then put it in the oven.
Oh, that sounds so good.
So good. So good. It's like
that
one of those
delicious.
It's one of those things of where like you're gonna gain like 10 pounds after eating it, but it's worth it.
I'm with it. Bring the smoke.
So
I love that. That sounds so good.
And then another thing on top of that, she will make onion soup with a Gruyere cheese on top. Please.
Ma'am.
Please.
Ooh, I'm getting hungry now. I
didn't have anything to eat today yet.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, that sounds delicious. Please.
Bailey's and hot cocoa is amazing. Yes, during Christmas time especially, you get all those like Christmas warm, cozy vibes. It's really nice.
Yes, I love that. You know what I really like? And I often recommend it to those when they're sick, are hot toddies. They are, it's whiskey. So basically, boil some water, shot of whiskey, lemon, a little bit of lemon juice, and a sprinkle of cinnamon.
Yes. Yep.
Dash of honey. Boom, that's a hot toddy for you, and it's really good when you're sick.
Yeah, you know what's going to be really interesting, though, is that I just thought of this whenever we take our live streams in person. This is going to be 10 times more chaotic, you realize this, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm with the chaos. Let chaos reign.
We're going to have BTS playing in the background, and then I'm just going to be there dancing like a fool. You know, oh, have you guys heard their new song with Coldplay? It is so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's called My Universe. It's so cool. Did you see the video? The video is great.
Jungkook is out here killing it every day.
Oh, he is out here slaying the game. He's out here slaying the game.
Damn sure with that haircut.
I love that he... Oh, yeah. Man. I would say that I think that, like... So one of my favorite things is that Jungkook kind of said, like... In his own way, said fuck you to those who were like, hey, don't get piercings and tattoos, and he got them anyway. I was like... When I saw that he had his whole arm covered, I was like, yes! Yes! Get those tattoos. I love that.
I haven't eaten all day. You're making me hungry. Sorry, Peter.
sorry, Peter.
I want food too. I'm going to get food. Okay, Ash. Sounds good. It's one of those things too of where like I listened to this song and we can all agree that the Sia collaboration that they did was not really the best that they ever came out with.
I wish that they didn't. Especially because the way they edited that song. Because Sia is she's a phenomenal artist.
But with that,
but it was weird because it was like
it was poorly edited. I feel like they didn't have one of the regular producers on it.
Yeah, it was almost like they had the song, right, the regular song, and then they just kind of like afterwards just added her voice, and you could tell that it was very much an afterthought of adding her voice. I wish they didn't do that.
I wish they didn't
because it was.
I felt like there was so much more care put into the Coldplay collaboration. It was just so much care put into it.
Yes, I mean even the songs that they did for the game, for the BTS game that they came out with.
Oh yeah.
Those songs were fire.
Yeah.
Those songs were so good. So I don't know. I usually they're very careful about their collaborations and picking songs that are, where it really fits the artist they're collaborating with. Because even with Butter, where they collaborated with Megan Thee Stallion,
yeah, that was good.
Sounded great.
But that Sia
one
was just
Sia,
off
for whatever reason. Yeah, it was just not good.
BTS is still a thing then? Listen, Peter. They are always a thing.
Please, let's not pretend like BTS ain't a thing. BTS is always a thing.
They started it. You know what I find really interesting, though? I don't know if you noticed this, but, like, I think Peter and some of my group have noticed this. We have been, like, not interacting with ARMY Twitter as much anymore.
Oh,
It's been a shit show over there, to say the least.
You know what it is because it's a lot, there's a lot of... So ARMY is kind of split up into, in my opinion, two different groups. So you have the people that are adults that are listening to the music and
voting and all that kind of stuff when they can.
Right, or are adults that have sort of like grown up with BTS, where they've like listened to them from the start and then grew up with them, right? And then you have the newer fans who are younger teenagers, and they tend to, as teenagers do, there's a little bit of a disconnect, I think. So you have the sort of wild fangirl laced with emotional immaturity, and then you have the adults, and so it just kind of creates a little bit of a little bit of an issue.
V is my favorite BTS member. You chose wisely, ma'am. Okay, V is amazing. Taehyung, that man can sing.
Oh yeah,
can
sing his ass off.
You know what's weird is that, like, after you get into the fandom for a while, like once you become like an army and you've been like, because I've been listening to their music since 2016. You literally like stop calling them by their abbreviated names and call them by their actual names. It's like weird to call them.
Yeah, you stop calling them by their stage names for sure.
Yeah.
I'll say, like, I think so. I know a lot of people don't necessarily like the direction that they've gone with their music. That it's kind of more like upbeat and definitely more pop than they used to be. But I'm like, I don't know, I'm into it.
I really
like, there's a lot of how do we say, like, just turmoil in the world right now, and it seems to me that their music is all about, especially right now, right? Their music is all about, like, bringing joy and, like,
we need more of that.
Having fun. I think there's a time and place for the sad stuff and for the darker elements, but it's okay to also be happy.
Exactly. And I think
I think is the thing.
People are so pressed about being happy, it's just like it's really weird to me, like, a lot of people are disliking a lot of the stuff that's coming out from them, and it's just like, if you don't want to listen, don't listen, but don't create, like, false rumors or do anything that's going to bring them down. Like this entire thing that happened with Taehyung recently about where, like, people were trying to, like, say, oh, he's dating this person, all this kind of stuff. It's like, please stay out of his...
Does that matter?
Stay out of his personal life.
What does that matter?
Like, don't try to cause turmoil.
People are so weird.
I love V. His dancing has improved so much. I like it. His oh gosh, the way that he was like lead for Singularity for his solo song, that will forever be a...
Singularity is the jam, y'all. If you haven't listened to Singularity, it is so good. It's so good.
I love it
because it's very him. It's very him, and like his whole, like, he loves soul music, he loves jazz music, and so it's very... Singularity is very that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite song. I love so many of their songs. It's hard to pick a favorite. I also don't know that I have a bias anymore. I think that's something that happens too, that, like, the longer you listen to them, you kind of just end up liking them all.
Exactly. That's the same thing about what is it, Monster X too. Like, that's what I found. The longer that I listen to them, the more I just like all the... Same with Red Velvet. Oh my god, if you guys have not heard Red Velvet, please, they are just an amazing bunch. So good. I'm not going to talk about... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I have a hard time getting into the girl groups. I won't lie to you. I do like Blackpink. I love Blackpink.
Yeah, Blackpink is really good. Their fandom, not so much.
I don't get... See, that's the thing, too, right? Like, I don't be getting involved in that fandom bullshit. Like, I'm here for the music, Yeah. I love Lisa's new songs. Have you heard Lisa's new songs?
It's so good. She has such a good voice, though. It's so good.
Yes, we love Blackpink in this house. I love Lisa. She's... If I have a favorite, Lisa's my favorite. She's an incredible dancer. I love her new songs because they're very distinctly her, and she is not ashamed to be... She just did a collab with Megan Thee Stallion and a few other Latin artists.
Yeah. And, actually, it's...
girl.
I love her stuff. I think if I'm going to pick a bias of anybody in Blackpink, it's going to be Rose for me, because I feel like...
Rose is lovely, too. We love her as well. They all have beautiful voices.
Oh, yeah. Like, the way that they did the song Kill This Love, please.
I love that video. I love that video so much.
I love the psychology that they put into it, because the license plate, if you look at it, it says ego, and she, like, that's the part of her that's driving is the ego, and then you have the id, and then you have the super ego, and I'm just like,
yes, and then they crash, and there's a... Yes, so much is put into... If y'all don't listen to K-pop, go do that.
Yeah.
Go because they put a lot of work into not just their songs, but into like their music videos.
Also, the singer Sean, he did a song called "Way Back Home." It is, I would play it right now, but it's copyright. But you guys need to listen to that song. It's a sad song, but it's like played in an upbeat kind of way. If Shass, if you've ever heard it, it's so good.
I will listen to it because I'm always down to listen to music. Yeah.
Yeah. There's another one. Oh gosh, what was the name of him? I'm spacing now. I think it's called Rose. If I'm not mistaken, I'll have to look it up and check. But they're basically a K-pop rock band, and it's really, really good.
Are you talking about Day 6?
Oh yes, D6. No, one of their members is like creating like a side project called Rose, I think it is. But I think it was like Rose or something to that extent, like Black Rose something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But also Day 6.
No, we love Day 6. Day 6 is great.
Yeah.
Yes, Day 6 is great. They're a rock band, a pop rock band, and they're fucking great. They're so good.
Really good. Also Japanese
Jay,
pop.
who's listen, J-pop is great too.
So good. It is so
J-pop is great too.
Yeah. Oh, you learned the dance. It's awesome. You see, I Blackpink dances, they give me an asthma attack, but I love them every time. They're just so good. My goodness gracious.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's any questions you have before we leave it off, because right now we're getting almost to the 2-hour mark currently. We just been talking and talking. We just love chatting with you guys, and we love just talking about everything that is Vampire the Masquerade, miscellaneous topics, whatever it may be. Next week on Saturday, preferably, we're probably going to be streaming either in the morning or the afternoon on Saturday. We're going to be talking more into like the when I say realistic, I mean like the lore of the history of vampires and the psychology behind it, and linking it back to Vampire the Masquerade. That's why I'm going to be discussing my thesis that I did for vampires in college, which I still can't believe my teacher let me do that. And we're also going to be discussing, I mean, like, man, shout out to Dr. Baker. Seriously, he's just a legend, okay? He literally sat down with me when I was telling him, hey, I want to write this thesis on the history of the psychology of vampires. And he's just like, all right, how many pages do you want to make it? You know? Like, he was just
I love that. See, teachers are great. Teachers are great.
He was at the point of where, like,
to all the teachers.
Yeah, he was, like, literally at the point of where he was like, okay, so you have a lot of topics that you want to go into. Please narrow it down. Yes. No, listen. Anyone see that Squid Game show? Cool. Looks good. Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Peter asks, anyone see that Squid Game show? So I think, it's Squid Game.
Yes.
I've not seen it.
Yes. Ma'am, go watch Squid Game. Go watch Squid Game. It is so fucking good. It's so good. I don't care what anyone says. It's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing.
It was really overhyped. My hipsterdom took over, and I was just like, it's too popular.
Listen, I think there's a lot of people in my life that that don't watch TV shows or movies if they're overhyped. Yeah. But Squid Game is worth it, and it is absolutely worth the hype. You are gonna love it.
Interesting.
It's very psychological too, so.
You see, now you're just trying to drag me into it. Whenever you say psychology, no one's gonna bite like a fish.
I'm telling you though, like, it's not a bait. It really is. It's so good.
No, I trust you. It's just all I'm seeing, like, on Twitter every single time I log on. It's like, oh, Squid Game. I'm like, are they serving squid? What is this squid that they're referring to? So I have to check it out.
I'm not gonna give anything away. Go watch the show, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
No, we can even do a live stream on it. How about that?
Yes. Let's do it.
But I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, yes. Just some housekeeping things before we log off. On Monday and Wednesday are going to be the last 2 episodes of Bloodborne. Like cry, because this game is absolutely incredible. You guys are going to be shook by the end of it, because the way that they do the psychology in this game, what I'm planning on doing is there's going to be multiple psychologically gaming episodes on Bloodborne, and that's how it's going to be for every game, because whenever I focus on a review, I tend to like make the content surrounded by that review. So expect a lot of content from Bloodborne, Dark Souls in general. What else did I want to say? There's going to be a live stream every Saturday from this point on, either in the morning or the afternoon, depending on how our schedules look. It's just going to be that way. We're going to talk about varying topics. Think of it as an extended version of the Casual Nerd, where we just talk about literally all the kinds of gaming news, the stuff like we did today, all of that. So, is there anything else you want to bring up before we end it off?
Is there anything I want to bring up here? Well, I am going to, on Monday, tomorrow, I am going to be on Table of Horror's Twitch, playing in their game Demon the Fallen. So if you want to check out some World of Darkness TTRPG stuff, come watch me be a demon.
Very nice. Yeah, she makes a good demon, by the way. Just joking.
And then eventually, you'll be seeing me on Prince William by Night, where I play a vampire. I play a Tremere Bahari named Blanca, and I will let everyone know via Twitter, which episode I appear on. But that is going to be also on Monday nights. They stream. They stream that. So eventually I'll be on it. But if you wanted to take a peep at it now, there are VODs on YouTube on the Dark Druid Productions channel. It is spelled exactly how it sounds, except without the A in dark. And so you could catch up on what's happening in that chronicle, and then eventually see me on Twitch. So
very nice.
Yes.
See, look at this. She's out here doing shit. Go and affiliate this hoe, okay? Seriously.
Yeah.
No. But actually, I did remember one other thing I wanted to mention. For the next 2 weeks, you guys are going to be seeing casual nerd episodes, psychologically gaming episodes, and top 5 videos related to Bloodborne. And after 2 weeks or so, then we're going to get into the next playthrough. It's not going to be Souls related. I'm going to take just a little bit of the break from the Souls games for a bit, and we'll come back to it with Dark Souls 2. But the next game that I'm going to be diving into is The Last of Us Part 1. I am nervous.
Hey.
I am very emotionally nervous because this is a game that I knew that, when I saw the playthrough of number 2, I cried. Everything. I was a ball of just emotions and everything. So number 1, I have not seen anything on this game besides it winning massive amounts of awards. So I don't know anything about
no
the
spoilers.
first one. Yeah, I don't know anything about the first one. I saw a playthrough of the second one, but that was just because I never thought I was going to really get to play it, to be honest with you. So yeah, after 2 weeks, we're going to dive in with that, and then we're going to see how it goes. Nervous and cries.
Yes, you're going to do great. Real quick, another thing. Very soon I'll be opening up a Patreon. It's a project I've been working on with my husband, Crispy Kills, who is an incredible artist. He's also a streamer. If you want to go check out his streams, he mostly does video games, League of Legends, speed runs, things like that. But he will soon also be doing lives of him drawing. He's an incredible artist. You can check out his art on Instagram, Crispy Kills. So this project is essentially NSFW art of me. And so you guys, if you want to check that out, I will be putting on my Twitter when I open up that Patreon. I'll be putting the link and all that stuff on Twitter, so keep your eyes out for that.
Very nice. Yeah. It's awesome, I love how, and it's kind of like starting a new business in a way, a new business venture, because I love how, innovativeness just takes off, and then it just, it finds its roots, and I love this. This is actually the first time I'm hearing of this, so I'm actually really, really excited about this.
Oh, yes, girl. We out here doing things. We making moves.
It's going to be amazing. And, what was I going to... Oh, gosh, missed comments. Casual nerds with 2 glamorous nerds. Yes, indeed. Last of Us, can't wait. I can't wait either. I can't wait to get absolutely wrecked emotionally by this game. No worries, I will never, but you will love it. You see, that's the thing. A lot of people are telling me that I'm going to love Last of Us Part 1 and 2. They're saying that you're going to feel a little weird about 2, and I'm like, I already felt weird when I was watching it, so it's okay. So...
Yeah, well, we out here.
Yeah, literally. But you guys, if you all like our faces and what we do, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, Huggable Hipster, and follow Chastity on Twitch. Some of her links will be down in the description below, so you guys can check her out when you get to her Twitter. Don't forget to check out her link tree, because that has all of her links and all that kind of stuff there for her to check out. And I will see you guys in the next video, and we will see you guys in the next podcast, which will be on Saturday, where we'll continue our discussion of vampires and all that fun stuff. So I will talk to you